Starting.
15.
Are we here? I can't tell, but I'm gonna pretend we are. No, we already started it. Hey everyone. We are here doing a live stream posing questions. So if you have any questions, go ahead and throw them at us. There's 3 of us here, so we can combine everything together. Just a note that live streaming is delayed. So if you are chatting with us in the chat box, it's like your questions are gonna be really behind my video. So something we both should keep in mind, because it can get a little confusing when there's irrelevant things being said and things being asked and you're like, ah. But I think it's about like 20 to 30 seconds behind, just so you know. So yeah, we're just hanging out, waiting.
Well, we got 2 viewers.
Yay!
So I don't know who.
2 people. One of them's probably Haley. Hi, Haley. Can't wait to see you.
How do I pull up the
That's a good
questions?
question.
Put the laptop open that. Yeah.
We're trying to figure out how to open chat now. That would help.
Links? No.
No, hang on. Ah! Is that where it would come from?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh, you know what? No. We need to like view it like
Right.
in our channel. Or that's how Rebecca and I did it, I think.
Hold on. I need to go. Let me try this. You shouldn't
Sorry,
swear
guys.
on the channel, baby.
Just hang on a second. Maybe I can just view it on my phone.
That's what I'm doing right now. I'm viewing it on my laptop. Make sure you can see things.
Because I'm not smart and forgot to think about that.
We should shut up all the phones.
They're already.
They're off. Yeah. Oh, it should be right there on the side. Right on the side there.
Where?
I didn't see. Oh,
Right on the side. It'll say something.
Ah, there it is.
So you should
No,
do like
still
a
on please
test.
Stand by. Still on please stand by right now.
Oh.
Oh, here we go. Maybe it's live.
No, mine's live. Mine's going.
We'll get on your Wi-Fi on the phone.
This one is live.
There we go. It's live. Okay, it's live.
I think it takes a minute for you to connect.
So,
So type something.
Hello, people.
Yeah.
There's 4 people watching right now.
yeah. So let's go start with some
Should we
basic
start with
questions.
something?
Yeah, let's start with. Oh, there we go. Just wanted to thank you for your tutorials.
Oh,
From
you're welcome.
Party sisters. Party's sisters.
Kevin can't read screen names.
Hello, Victoria.
Hi. You're welcome. It's something that we struggled with posing for a long time as photographers. Like I was actually just looking back at our work like from 2 years ago and we were just like, what the hell? So I know like when Kevin takes pictures of me and I look like crap, I'm like, why would you let me pose like that? So that was kind of my inspiration to teach other people how to pose because we want to look good sometimes, right? Yeah, I do. I don't know about everybody else. And if anyone's having any difficulties, let us know. We have this crazy setup in front of me. So of hodgepodge stuff.
All right. So I guess I can sit down.
This is my partner in crime, Kevin. He's never on camera because he's the cameraman.
Support guy. I
Yeah.
carried the stuff.
Yeah. So sometimes when people meet us for the first time, they just know me, and then they're kind of like, "Who's that guy?" Oh, hi, Kyle Louie. We also have Kevin's brother here today. His name's Kyle, so he'll probably be on the screen. But
In the chat
seriously,
room.
or in the chat room harassing people about crab wontons. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, seriously, we are
Here to answer them.
yeah.
We get a variety of questions.
We get a lot of questions that I cannot answer, like in the comments of the YouTube videos, and I'm sitting there when I get them, and I'm like, I can't type this out because it would take me like 10 days to describe things, and I don't want to just like us making a video takes a lot of work because we gotta like set it up, we gotta pick a spot, and it's just like, sorry if there's boobs, it happens.
So Party Sisters asks if we are cosplayers too, or are we just photographers?
I'm a cosplayer. Kevin is not. This is something I'm working on right now, actually. It's pinned. But, so it's yeah, that looks great, doesn't it? But, yeah, when I met Kevin, before we started, or when we started dating, I was only doing cosplay. I did photography in college, but I was not doing cosplay photography. And then a horrible mishap one time, I didn't finish my costume for Anime Expo, and we had to go on the plane. And I looked at Kevin and I said, what the fuck are we gonna do? I made this costume and I'm not done and I can't finish it. And he's like, here, just take this camera. We had started elitecosplay.com already, but we weren't really doing anything with it yet. And he's like, just take this camera and take pictures. And we did, and I really liked it. And that's how we kind of got started. And then cosplay for me kind of went on the back burner, but I'm kind of doing it again. Like, I just bought a wig on the Arda 20% off Black Friday sale. So yeah, I do both. So I kind of know where people are coming from when they're cosplay, because I've worked with photographers when I was a cosplayer. So I like to keep that in mind when I'm working with people.
Yeah.
Kevin had no idea what cosplay was.
No. But
and I really want to dress him up, like really badly. And I think he would just do it. Like if I just made an outfit, he would just totally. Or you wanted to be that guy from Korra with the eyebrows. I can't remember his name right now.
probably. Yeah. The new
Legend of Korra.
Legend.
Yeah.
What is it? Legend.
I can't remember his name. I'm just
The guy that's
that had the
dating-
crazy eyebrows.
Oh,
The brother.
Mako.
No, that's the other guy.
Oh, no, that's the.
No, that's the funny one. I thought. Mako?
No.
Okay, we're embarrassing ourselves.
Anyway.
Kyle said, 40-second delay. Okay, Kyle figured it out. There is a 40-second delay, just so you know. So if it seems like I'm ignoring your question, I'm not. It's just taking the stream a long time to get to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So should we start any general
And I
questions?
feel like we should. Well,
most of the questions we
maybe
get are
maybe I should read some questions
Yeah.
that we've gotten.
yes.
That we've received on other videos, just to kind of start it. YouTube. Yeah, and if you're asking about a specific character, please give me their name, because while I like to think I do know a lot of anime and comic books, I don't know everybody. So, or give me a little description what they're like a little bit.
And I can answer any photography related questions too
Yes,
if you're interested.
we can also answer photography related questions. I think sometimes we do get photography related questions, but I can't tell because if they ask it on a posing video, and I'm like, are you asking about posing, or are you asking about like how we lit this shot?
Yeah. So I do most of the lighting setups and stuff like that.
Kevin
Holly
lights
does-
everything for me.
Holly does all the posing. I'm not good with people and posing them. So.
He's not.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
And that's why we're a team.
Yeah.
But
Powers
yes.
combined. All right. I should just go to
All comments.
yeah. Do.
So now you can see.
Oh,
in our
someone said they
videos-
want my dimples. Okay.
But yes, we on our normal videos we have time to review everything and edit everything out into these little pauses and stuff like that while Holly's
Well,
looking up.
everybody knows a live
Okay,
stream
I'm
is
just
awkward.
I'm awkward. I don't think it's awkward.
It's awkward. I'm hot. This light is insane. So okay, I was confused by this one. Someone asked, "Do you have any tips for taking pictures in the rain or really bright sun?" And I was really confused because I wasn't sure if they were talking like posing, because like posing wise, if it's like just bright as fuck, okay, like LA, like when we go to Anime Expo and we're just like, god damn it, like it's just horrible, like all day. What the hoo-ha do you do? So when you're talking to the photographer you're working with, like beforehand, before like setting up the shoot, think about the time of day. So like, I mean, if the photographer only has noon available, then just take noon, obviously, like you can work with it. But if they have a myriad of times available, take a later time in the day. Like high noon is just like,
Yes.
it's just so bad. Like
shadows are
it's
harsh.
just shadows, and like it just comes straight down. You have those triangle shadows and like your nose shadows, and it's like the worst. It's not very flattering when it comes to pictures. So if you can help it, take something later in the afternoon. Obviously in the summertime, the sun goes on forever.
9.
Yeah. So if you know, you don't necessarily, if you want a sunset shot, then obviously you need to do that. But you can take shots in the bright sun. Like if it's angled a little bit, you can either put yourself in front of the sun.
Well, yeah, backlight. Well, what do you
like sun?
Yes, front light yourself.
Front light.
Yes,
yeah.
face the sun.
So face the sun, and it like stings your eyeballs. And so you do that. You close your eyes. Tell a photographer. You say, "I'm gonna close my eyes. On the count of 3, I'm gonna open them and take the picture." Right. So you go 1, 2, 3. Open, smile with your eyes, be super intense, which actually is very easy in the sun because it hurts so bad. You're accidentally smiling with your eyes. And then he'll take either 1 or 2 shots really fast, and then you close them again. And yeah, it works like that. And that's a lot of pictures you could see that they're really bright and like golden, like just boom, that's the sun. You can also, if the sun is arched enough behind you, you can be backlit by the sun, which is
but you're gonna blow out the background and the sky, so it'll be a white sky.
It'll be soft.
Yeah,
it's better for something. To me, it's something softer.
Yeah,
more romantic a little.
Yeah, that could. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because it'll be low contrast.
It'll be low contrast. It'll blow air. It's kind of like
not
this background,
almost,
like this window, how it's kind of like blown out.
Yeah.
Like everything will be muted and like less vibrant and more white. But you can also, you know, like the sun can shine from like part of your head, so it'll make like a little sun ray. Yeah. It can be really soft and romantic. So if you're directly in front of the sun, that is another way to take a picture. Otherwise, clouds and shade are your best friend.
Open shade, like a tree. Nice tree would be a good place to photograph.
But don't be afraid of the sun either. I mean, when you're in LA and there's 2 trees in the whole city, you gotta play with the sun,
or a lot of flash.
Yes. But that's a photographer thing.
That is
that's something
that's my solution.
You as a cosplayer can't really control. But yeah, so yeah, we used to be really afraid of the sun, and recently we've been like, "Gotta suck it up, man," you know, because we can't just keep shoving people under trees. It's boring.
Yes. All right, next question. That's a general answer, I guess.
Yeah, I hope that helped. Oh, rain.
Rain.
The other one.
Oh, so rain for me as a photographer. Well, you can't do much with. Hold on 1 second. We're having. You need to rotate the camera too. No, just grab this guy. What are we trying to do here?
Send it.
No, it's pretty. It's not bad.
We see a different view than he does. People are afraid of water in their cosplay, and sometimes I can understand because you're like, I don't want to ruin it. But like, if it's like pouring down, I think it would be really fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would.
Like we did snow, and snow sucks
When did we do snow?
at Katsucon.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
windy, and it was like
that was a
freezing, and I
combination.
had a jacket that was like -2 inches thin, and like, oh, it was horrible. But it was cool because the snow's coming down, and like the people we worked with were like really, they were like, let's do it, you know.
Mhm.
Is it focused?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not focused.
It's fine.
So I mean, if you're willing, if you're really open to rain, especially in Seattle, like if you're going to SakuraCon, that might be a thing. Do it. And if your photographer has flash,
yeah,
it really makes the rain stand out. And I haven't seen, I don't think, I'm sure they're out there, but I don't think I've seen any cosplay pictures in rain.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think. Well,
I mean, most cons are in the summertime,
yeah,
so rain is very like, it's not really a factor. But
even SakuraCon when we did it, it rained, but we didn't do any rain shots.
We didn't do any rain shots.
But
we were really grouchy though.
Well, it was before we changed how we scheduled stuff
we
with
had
people.
Yeah.
So it was, this year might be different.
Yeah.
If it rains this year, fine.
If it rains this year, yeah, we're gonna like be like, you're doing it. So posing in the rain, I don't think there's anything you can really specifically do to make it look cool. It would rely on your photographer.
Yeah. And your character and how you wanted to portray it in the rain. Too many variables.
Okay. Oh, this is a long one.
Read it out loud.
Okay.
If it's appropriate.
So, man, I gotta read it first. Okay, this question said, hi, I was wondering if you had any tips on how to fix a problem I have with facial posing. I watched all the videos on that and I'm practicing, but I have see, this is why I pre-read, because it doesn't make sense. Okay, so this person was opening their eyes up too big for pictures. So they tried to relax them, but now they look too squinty.
Gotcha.
Do you have any tips? Oh, okay. So how to make... Now, Kevin has the squinty problem.
And that's not racist to say, I guess.
It's not. I'm going to say it's not, because I took pictures of Kevin and I was like, one day, and I was like, Kevin, you know, like you're just kind of, your eyes are just kind of like there, you know? So I said, you know, what did I say?
When we, at the old apartment?
Yeah, I said like, I don't think I said squint them, but I said something like, you know.
Oh, top eyelid down.
Yeah, top eyelid
Or
down.
bring your bottom eyelid up. Yeah.
Yeah, but he was squinting. And I mean, I'm just stating a fact. As an Asian, his eyes are already slim. So when he squints, it's like, you know, like do it. I mean, there's like, it's like he's like blinking or sleeping. And I took the picture and I was like, no. So how do we fix that? I mean, you're overcompensating. Like you're like, my eyes are too big. You know, and then when you try to squint, which no, you should not be squinting, because squinting is taking both eyelids and going, you just look like high or something. I don't know, like you're like. So what I told you, was just to bring the lower eyelid up just a little bit. And this is something you seriously have to practice. Take selfies. Yeah. We all take selfies. You know, look in the mirror. Be self-obsessed for a little bit and just take that lower eyelid. Let me see if I can, you know, just, it's probably hard to see. I'm sorry. Take it and just a little bit. And you're not going to look, you know, you're not going to
surprise.
This looks like you're trying to read or something like, yes. I don't know. So that's when I'm taking both of my eyelids and going, and when I told Kevin to do that, the next picture was great. And he wasn't squinty. He just looked more, you know, intense and sensual. So that's, I think, what this girl or boy's problem was, just over squinting, overcompensating for a wide eye and just taking both eyelids. And just focus on that bottom lid. Someone's asking a question. Hey. Is there any pose to look more childish, younger characters? Hope my English is okay. I'm French. Your English is fine.
Child characters, yes. So innocent. Yeah, Kyle
Oh,
can read us.
Kyle, okay.
I'll raise
Well,
my hand when there's a question. And then
Yeah.
All right, now I got a question.
Okay, Kyle.
this is a good one for you. We've done this one many a times. Child poses, kind of
Child
innocence, knees together.
Yeah, more. Hi, Haley. It's gonna be really delayed. Sorry. Sorry. This is my
What
body.
do you want?
It's fine.
Legs?
It's
Okay.
fine.
All right.
So we've done a couple childish ones, and definitely knees in, which we never do with like regular teen or adult characters. But you know, knees in, pigeon-toed, which maybe you should move it.
You want to aim it down?
I mean, everybody knows what pigeon-toed is, right? I mean, is that so? Like your feet normally are like this, something like this. The like reach to the camera, like that is so like kiddish to me. Like I don't know. Like when we did it, I was like, whoa. What do you think? You know anymore?
Childish. Yeah, kind of like shyness, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, shoulders like pinched in a little bit. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Protected body. I don't know, something. Yeah. Something. Yeah, that's not
definitely
open.
no booty popping. Yeah, because no. I tell people a lot to push their booty out. So, but sorry, I'm trying to think that shoot we did with Lillian. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But yeah, I mean it's definitely like especially in with like anime characters, it's definitely like shy. So I would focus more on being like bashful, like a little bit. Oh, Kyle, we have a question.
From Victoria Shemrell, how do you do more seductive poses like for vampire characters?
This is what you like.
But now I'm embarrassed. Seductive.
Single person or multi?
I would assume single.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
I do like the couple seductive. Easier. Well, first you have to think about what you're comfortable with. Seduction can be a wide range of things. There are pictures I have seen where I'm like, oh, someone was comfortable with that. Okay. So it's something you need to think about. Yeah.
Seductive. How do you do it?
Seductive. Sorry, I don't think of seductive. Sexy.
So let's
Maybe
think of
sexy.
shoots that we've done with seductive.
Sexy.
Recent shoots. I'm trying to go back.
No recent shoots have been sexy. Mine. Trying to think.
There's levels of seductive too. I guess you can go like power, like.
Well, my thing is there a skirt involved, or is it pants?
Let's give one example of each. How's that sound?
Okay.
Over the shoulder? I don't know.
Over
I'm thinking of pinups and stuff right now, like maybe knees.
That's
That's
classic,
too
though.
classic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one way. See, I'm thinking of like it's very broad, okay, but just leave. So if you're sitting, hopefully you can see this. I don't know how far the camera reaches.
No, you're fine.
The knees bent kind of thing. Arching your back. I'm wearing really baggy clothing today. That was probably a mistake on my part. Arching your back and putting your chest forward and like that. Arching your back is like, I think to me is really sexy, especially when your head is like that. It like kind of is like, something like that. Seduction can also just be done in the face. If you are like to me, it's like the smiling with your eyes with your mouth open. So even if you're just saying like this, but you're smiling and you just part your lips just a little bit, it can look to me, I don't know, maybe that's a personal thing. It can be seductive. The camera's too close.
Which one was it that had the girl and that had the bird cage on it, and like the white dress and white nails?
Oh, that was Katsukan.
It's Katsukan? Okay, I'm trying to find that. That's good photo.
Oh, that's old. Yeah. Pointing towards your lips. So Kyle was just asking us. We did a shoot at Katsukan a few years ago, and it's just torso up, and she's arching her back, but she's doing this. I think it's sexy. Kyle thought it was sexy, so that you can go for more obvious, opening your legs. Sorry if you can see my underwear or something. Popping the hip, maybe even like just placing your hands here, looking over the shoulder. You can't even see me. I'm sorry. Looking over the shoulder. But you really need to focus when you're being a sexy character. You really got to focus on popping the hip. And that gives you a curve to your body that if you were just like, that's not, I mean, unless you have a really bodacious butt, that's not, I mean, you really got to push that hip.
Well,
over.
even that Kim Kardashian photo, she's like pushing it pretty hard.
Yeah. So yeah, if you look, I mean, I know Kim Kardashian has a humongo butt that we as normal human beings do not. But if you look at it, you can tell that she's like pushing, like she's like, and that, I mean, that's just small things that we need to think about. Sorry, you don't want to look at my boobs all day. I also, if you're in a skirt or anything, I really like legs crossed. I think legs crossing is pretty sexy and doing something like that.
There you go. I like that one.
That to me, I don't know, it's kind of like library sexy.
Okay, so we have 2 more questions that just came in.
Yes. Julie Steen, how do you pose for stubborn characters, particularly characters like Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service?
I love Kiki.
Smiley face as well.
I love Gigi, actually. Okay, the exposure is like all wonky now.
Here.
I look like a ghost.
There we go. Kiki, stubborn.
See,
Defensive positions.
yeah, definitely like the arms crossed kind of thing. We actually did it. We did a Kiki shoot.
Katsukan.
Katsukan.
Wow.
Katsukan was a good con. We didn't do her stubborn though. We did her on the broom. So she just straddled the broom, and then we said 1, 2, 3, jump, and it looked like she was flying. Because while Kiki is stubborn, she's also very like happy and like optimistic.
But how do we portray? So this is another face one, I think, though. Like how to portray stubbornness. Like, I don't know.
Well, you could go cartoony with it and do like.
Yeah, I like the cheek.
Yeah, like the cheek, like the blowing out, like kind of like. It's really up to you. I mean, if you're like, if that's what you want to do it. I mean, that's definitely more of a cartoon style, but crossing your arms is defensive.
Yeah.
We think of that like whenever I cross my arms, Kevin thinks I'm mad. So doing that and doing something like that can be a stubborn look. Stubborn is a hard look though.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about things like maybe if you're posing with somebody else, have your back turned to them or something. I don't know, like looking over the shoulder or something, because you're trying to convey the message that you don't care what the other person or it doesn't have.
That's interesting. I wouldn't pose Kiki as stubborn, so that I'm combining 2 things that in my head I'm like
I'm not sure. That's a tough one, but I definitely go for more defensive position, more of aloofness, maybe
back turning, crossing of arms, like sitting down, like just like that. Like you're like knees people up. That are, I can't do it right now because I don't have ab strength, but people that are upset, or I mean, not saying that like stubbornness is upsetting, but like people that are that way will typically close off their body. So that's something to think about.
Yeah, I like that.
Interesting.
Next question.
Next question from Emmy. Hi guys, big smiley face. Do you have any suggestions to make yourself look slimmer / longer in photos?
Slimmer and
Yes.
longer. Holly, being a female, knows the plight of the female photography.
Yes. What is it? Kevin always seems to take pictures of me at like this weird angle. So, and I call it the 3/4 angle. It's like it's not straight on. It's not from the side. It's like this weird like morph like this, where like it's not fully just your side profile and it's not quite just the flatness of the front, but it's like both. And your body just like takes on this beast and you're like, what is that? So okay. There's a lot of things to make yourself look slimmer. Longer high heels. Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm going to be frank.
That's a good one.
That will make you look longer. There's not truly, I mean, other than good posture, there's not truly anything you can do that will make you like, you can't really, unless there's Photoshopped involved.
Or arms up, maybe.
Arms up could
That
be
kind
good.
of stretches your chest out and makes
Yes.
you look a little taller too.
If you're in a group though, and you want to be like same height, you can request that they wear flatter shoes and you wear heels. But heels do make people taller. I mean, if you're 5 foot, you get some 4 inches on there, then you're you're good to go. Slimmer. So there's a lot of things. If you were doing, I mean, it depends. If you know that the shot is gonna be maybe like here up, what you can do is, what was it? It was lean forward, right?
That'll make you look look slimmer but shorter. Yes.
Well, it's a torso up shot.
Oh.
So if it's not a full body shot, it's really weird, and like I didn't believe it at first. But if you're, if the tummy area is like, you're sensitive or you want to make it look slimmer, what you do is this. So the camera is where the webcam is, and you just lean forward while you're posing. So if you're standing there, you're doing your pose, it doesn't matter. It's just a torso up shot. You're posing, but you're leaning towards the camera a little bit. The depth and everything will it's really weird. Like we watched this thing and it showed like the girl, she was like my weight. And it's because if you just do straight on, then it's just like flat and everything. And then you're like, oh God, why? But if you move and make depth, it makes it seem slimmer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because what it'll do is it'll make your head bigger, and not in a bad way, but it'll make your head bigger, but it'll push everything further, the lower body back further, so it'll slim it out more. Yeah.
Same thing with chin, which I've talked about many times. You guys probably already know. If you have a double chin problem, like I do a lot of the time, all you have to do is just just relax your shoulders, stick your chin out, and it looks kind of like this. From the side, it looks a little derpy, like a turtle or something. But from the front, obviously, you can't. I mean, really, can you tell? I mean, in an image, are you going to be able to be like, wow, she's like, doing this? No. We talked about while sitting in my sitting video. When you sit on a bench or something, like your legs kind of it's just your skin and it just smushes out. I call it like pancake leg. And it happens everybody. So if you want, if that's something like you saw in a picture and you're like, you just put your butt towards the edge of the seat. And then obviously your leg doesn't pancake anymore. And that is good, especially if you're like coming from the side or something, then it just shows like your true leg and not your pancake leg. And also, if the midsection is a problem, do not do anything where there's like twisting involved, because right here, regardless of like size or anything, I've seen it with people that are 98 pounds, a fold will happen. And it's not a bad thing. It happens with Kevin too. But like people, I think, are really sensitive to that. Like if they see it, like if you're in a bikini, like a bikini shot or something more revealing, and that shows that area, and then you see the image and you're just probably like, oh my God, but it happens to everybody. But it's just something to avoid the twisting of this part, because it like I can feel it right now. Like it creates like a little bulge. I don't know. Skin is skin. It happens. I hope that helps. Heels are your friend to make you look taller.
Next question from Momo Jinxie. Advice on posing in a ball gown and trying to portray both a cute and elegant look.
At the same time,
Cute and elegant.
I would say different. Ball gowns are hard. I think I talked about this at one point because usually it's slim, like either fitted up here and then it goes poof. And so you lose your legs. Like you can't. There's no like you can't pop your legs. Like there's not much define. Oh, you messed it up.
Sorry. I wanted to get my coffee.
So I think for a long time I've struggled with ball gowns personally.
Well,
I remember we sat someone down in a ball gown.
Oh, yeah,
and it just looks like you're just sitting there because there's no legs. So if you're in a ball gown, avoid sitting in an image because it's just there's too much. Like I guess it could be cute, like if it was like really too much and it was just like a ballerina, like like a kid
kind of drowning in it.
Yeah, like you're kind of just like over fluffed. That would be really cute if you were sitting, kind of like like you fell back and then there's all like the tulle and crap like puffing out.
No,
but otherwise, it's just you're just gonna be like, I'm sitting here.
Is a ball gown different than a hoop? Is there a hoop in a ball gown, or is that just me?
That's a hoop skirt.
Okay.
No, I mean you can have tulle and it be poofy outy.
Can you give me a ball gown
like Cinderella?
So
like it just
we shot the bell.
Yeah, I think she had a hoop skirt.
Okay, that's what I'm getting. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't be sitting down in a hoop skirt either because that just obviously is structured and everything. So elegant and cute was the question. Elegant is easy in a ball gown to me. Like being more gentle with your hands. So I call it ballerina hands. So what you do is you just shake out your hands and then they're like this. So they are
Trying to overpower the diagram. It's just too blown out.
They are like this when I stopped. Now, see, now you just ruined it.
Sorry.
So shake it. They're there. And then you can do something like I really like using the environment. So let's pretend Kevin is like a statue or something. Like the one we saw at Katsucon, there was like a head bust and I really wanted to like pose with it, but no one was around, so I didn't. So you shake it out and you can do like just really soft. Like these, like if you want to be elegant, like your hands and facial expression, eyebrows up a little bit. They just really, I mean, even if this is another cosplayer, they just really need to be soft. Like you can't be like robot hands, like that's not cute. Like being cute in a ball gown, that's a little hard for me. Because to me, a ball gown is just more elegant and more soft.
I think that's what's really lighting. Yeah, that might help a little bit.
Well, so the other thing
Sorry.
The other thing I think with cute is we can go with the childish that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, but then like the ball gown too, like in my head, just the way I'm picturing it, like just being like, I'm cute in a ball gown, like that, like to me, like I'm just like to me when I think like cute, I think of like, and then I immediately go towards younger, childish.
Yeah, that's what I'm going.
Like things like that. The elegance, that should be, I mean, you're not going to do much down here, honestly. It's going to be mostly up here. So really lean up against things, grab things, other cosplayers, look for cool, like just crap. Like hotels are amazing typically. They usually have good, especially if they're old, usually have good stuff in there. So just do the handshake. I don't think I can do the cute though with the ball gown. I'm not really sure. The only thing I think of is just like smiling, which is like boring as shit. Like that is awful.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a tough one because it's so elegant
you
already.
Stumped me.
It's so elegant. It overrides.
Yeah, it is. It's. I think maybe I'd have to see it, and then I'd be like, oh. So if you have a specific character, who was?
Jinxie.
Oh.
No.
I can actually have to come back to it though.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have a specific character, let us know, and then I can look it up. But the cuteness right now to me is like,
Yeah, post a link in the chat, and then we'll take a look at it and see.
They
what we
can't
can
post.
do.
I don't think you can post links in
No, you
chats.
can't post
Yeah,
links.
you can't
Oh.
post links in chats. I'm sorry about that. That's a YouTube rule.
Huh.
But
Unfortunately, no.com. That's not no.com. That
Yeah.
kills it.
So just you can just type in the character if you are doing someone specific. Okay.
Next
Next
one.
question. Kettlebell workout. What about making chins and necks look thinner?
Oh, I just did that one.
Sorry, Jim.
Yeah, that sounds like my dad, actually, kettlebell workout, but it might not be. But I just did that, but recap, just in case you weren't here. So shoulders. So when I noticed that when I'm like stressed out and tense or something, I start to ride up, and that mushes my neck fat like into my chin, and then I just so you really have to think about it. Relax. And then I'll show you from the side. Chin out. Think of it like a turtle. Chin out, man. And then face forward towards the camera, just thinking about that chin out. And it's like the difference to me, like when I started doing this for my pictures, for my personal stuff, I was like, whoa, I look way thinner. Just because when the camera's in front of me, I just start like, like that. So relax here, out here. Amazing.
Next question. Ryu 3 or 3rd. Advice for photographing in a snowy environment.
Oh, it's a snowy environment.
Okay. Question: do you mean as a photographer or as a cosplayer?
Well, it says photographing in a
Photograph. So photographer.
From the photographer standpoint.
All right. So we're gonna do it from a photographer standpoint. If that's wrong, please say that it's wrong. It's pretty easy. I mean,
well, it's really bright.
Yes, it's so the snow is an instant reflector.
Yep. So it softens up the light.
So it softs everything. It's like clouds for the ground. Okay. So like it's like exposure wise, it's like you're like walk outside and you're like, oh crap, this is amazing. Like it's cloudy because it's snowing. There's no like weird shadows. Everything's bright and nice. We've done one snow shot, and I'm pretty sure we used flash though.
Yeah, we did.
We used flash. So
we tried to save the sky. That was what was going on.
It's not in front of a sky.
Which one?
It's Katsucon.
Yeah.
They're just in front of the building.
That's another one. Sorry, we did a bunch. Yeah, but we did flash in all of them.
Oh, I'm talking about that one while it's snowing.
Oh, while it's snowing. Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
With Louise.
Yeah, it was Attack on Titan.
Yeah, Louise, yes.
Yeah. And so we weren't worried about the sky. So the sky is gonna be horrible because it's like this. It's just blown out. It's just white, basic. But we put them in front of a very nice colored building. Mm-hmm. There's foliage, and it was snowing. So they are posed like this. We had just like this light. We had a flash coming towards me.
We had 2 flashes, one on each side.
Flash coming towards Kevin, and they both activated. And then because that flash is so fast and our shutter speed is fast, we are catching the snow coming down. If your shutter speed's too slow, the snow is going to be like blurs. No,
the flash will catch it. The flash.
No. I'm saying if you're not using flash,
if
you don't have flash, and your shutter speed is too slow, the snow either might disappear or it's gonna just be like, and it's not gonna like ours was like frozen in time.
Yeah, what you want is off-camera flash, because if you use the on-camera flash when taking picture of snow, you're gonna get the white spots in front of your subject, and it's gonna look wrong.
Right. If any of you have taken a cell phone picture or like just like any point and shoot picture while it's snowing of your friends at like nighttime or something, you're like, yeah, it's snowing, and then you see those weird like ghost orbs in front, you know what I'm talking about? Like there's like these weird, and they're just like, that's because your camera is just like boom, but because the flashes aren't coming from the camera, they're coming off the sides, we were able to grab it.
Yeah.
So just I mean, snow is really easy just because, like we said, it's so bright.
Yeah.
So just fast shutter speed just to catch the snow.
Yeah.
So this is the character Momo Jinx was talking about. It's Demon King.
Oh, okay. I watched one episode of that, so I kind of know. Okay.
So that's where the cute is coming from.
Yeah.
I believe that's who you're talking about, I believe.
I hope. Like a laptop on a laptop. Okay, yeah. So she's kind of like, okay. Yeah, it's still difficult. but that is more tighter. I'm trying to remember it now because it's been a while since it came out, like a year ago or something. She is pretty cute though.
There's some
But she's not
questions.
young and like innocent, and, like so it's like.
But see my mind for cute always goes back to like the innocent poses, childish poses.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how else to approach cute. Yeah, I'm stumped on this one.
Well, cute can also be like, I mean, you're gonna do a lot of smiling, but cute can also be like, like a smirk. So I mean, she kind of has like that picture or that Kyle brought up. She kind of has her hands kind of like in front, and she's like that's really innocent and cute, like and cute can also be, things like that, like kind. But my favorite is just smiling, no teeth. And the example Kyle showed us was a closed mouth smile, and that is my favorite. So just, I think you can be cute like that, not
murdery. Okay.
So next, we have another question from Victoria Shemrell, and I apologize if I'm saying the name wrong. Advice for posing with small props. For example, posing as Lucy from Fairy Tale with her keys that are 5 inches long.
Yes. Hooray for Fairy Tale. Yes.
Small props.
Her
Here.
her
I'll be right back. I'll grab you a small prop.
Okay. Yeah.
We've got those pop guns that we did in the other video.
Just bring me your keys.
You want my keys?
Like they're like fancy Victorian keys, but I mean keys are keys. Keys. I don't think I've ever personally seen a Lucy cosplay that actually had the keys. I appreciate you. So what I kind of like is if they're all on a chain like so. And this is, you have to communicate with your photographer faster shutter speed so you can catch the action, but kind of like spinning it on your finger, and maybe like, if they were spread out like that, that would be cuter. I don't know how your prop is really, but I mean, kind of doing something cute because she's kind of, she's like sassy and cute and fun. So kind of doing something like, and just kind of spinning it. And while it's spinning, and your photographer catches it, it'll be, like, and it'll be more fun than just being like, hey, I got keys. What?
Kyle wants us to switch sides.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm darker than you,
Kevin is a
absorb
little more
light.
cocoa than me. Like caramel. Anyways, yeah, I really like the spinning idea of doing something like cute spinning, as long as your photographer catches that action. Tossing is also good. I don't know, like how your keys are made, but like doing something like where you're just like, when you're tossing, I'll see if I can do it actually. Let me try. Yeah, okay. So when you're tossing, like when we toss, just like when we're living life, we're just kind of like, but when you want to toss in a picture is you kind of want to have your hands be like, I'm tossing like this. Like no one tosses like this in real life. Like that's not, like when we catch it, this isn't like a good idea. But think about that when you're tossing. So you have the keys. It's like really fast. I don't know if I did that. I kind of might have derped it. But so just try to do that motion, because then have the keys, hold the keys like they're floating. If you catch it like this and you have your hand like that, that looks way cooler than like, I don't know. That's how, just be aware of what your hands are doing when you're tossing it. So I don't know. And even might just let the keys fall. So just do, I'm going to toss it. Let's go. Pose. Let it fall. And you're going to have to do this over and over again. And your photographer will have like 50 shots of you like tossing keys. But I really like doing something action-y with the keys instead of being like, yeah, my keys, everybody.
Okay.
All right.
Next question from Isaac Ramirez. Group pictures with brother and sister characters.
Ooh. I could get dirty really fast. Brother and sister.
Yes. There you go.
Oh wow, that fixed it a lot. Thank you, Kyle.
I just work out.
Okay, let's
Tips.
can we stand?
Yes. Yeah.
So this is, I don't know if you can hear.
And now it's, hold on.
That's okay. I don't know if you can hear Kyle, but the question was brother and sister, a little bit lower.
Whoops, out of control. Out of control. All right.
Okay, can we?
Yeah.
So I don't think holding hands is weird personally for me.
How about that?
Brother and
We can-
sister.
I can just pick it up.
Okay. So Kyle, can you aim towards my legs? So the girl character can do something like have their legs crossed like this. And then maybe do like a pinky hold
Ooh, pinky hole.
and just be like, and Kevin, put your hand in your pocket.
But
Okay.
don't point it at your crotch.
Yeah, don't. Okay, we learned something this weekend. If you were doing a dude character or you are a dude and we told everybody to keep the thumb out of the pocket because if you just shove your whole hand in the pocket, it's not cute. We don't point your finger towards your crotch because subconsciously, I guess, as human beings, when someone has their hands like that, we just start staring at their crotch. So thumb up a little bit. There you go. Yeah, like that. So something cute where you're like swinging, girl has her legs crossed. Boys are harder. But doing something cute like smiling, rustling the hair. Like brothers and sisters, like siblings are weird because it's like flirting, but it's not. So doing something like noogie. Oh, sorry, I just did it again.
It's okay.
Oh, like that, You can also do like, I'm not gonna do it because I will kill Kevin's back, but like a piggyback ride. So jumping up, like move down a little bit, kicking your leg up, like while he's picking you up, like and like laughing. So you really have to be either fake laughing, which can get out of control and make you look like you're eating, or like just cracking jokes in between you guys, so you naturally laugh, which looks really cute on camera. But just something like buddy, like leaning, back to, you can do like we did in the couples video, like sitting. I'm gonna pretend we're sitting, back to back, or kind of like leaning, like, Kevin's just looking forward and I'm like spacing out and thinking. Just simple things like that. Lots of natural smiles, I think, is good for brothers and sisters because unless they have a bad relationship.
Evil brother and sister.
Then that's different. That's like, I hope I helped. Thank you.
All right.
Can we talk about this gun now?
In a second.
Got a question from Ellie Eberts.
Oh, that's Haley. Hi,
Hey.
Haley.
Any help on how to not smile without looking dumb? I always have problems with not smiling. X capital D.
Wait, what was the second question?
I always have problems with not smiling. Yeah. How to smile without looking dumb?
How to smile without looking.
Not smile without looking.
Oh, how to not smile without looking. How to not. Okay. Not smiling can get out of control pretty fast, especially if you're used to smiling. So I was just talking about this yesterday. Seriously, taking pictures of my good friend. So I yell at her because we're friends and I can. So she's giving me this smile. And Haley, I know you don't smile like this, but she was doing this. And like, it was just so like forced and fake, like something you do when you're like in second grade. And I was taking the pictures and I was like, whoa, relax your smile. And so she went from to, which was like angry, like pissed, like resting bitch face, So what I would suggest, smirking, like, and in the middle. So smiling, like me trying to smile, which is awful, is, like, I'm really bad at smiling with my teeth. I can't do it. Taking it like halfway down is, like it's kind of flirty, like kind of like you like someone or, something like that. So that's cute smirk. Like, something like we talked about earlier being sensual is opening your mouth. So like if you're neutral and you're kind of doing like a more serious character or something and you're like this, that line through your mouth is really harsh. If you're neutral but have your mouth open, it's a little more fun. And I'm not talking like drooling mouth. Like don't be like, if the charter's like open your mouth and you're like just like just part your lips. So
Yes, good neutral face.
Yeah.
I would say.
That's my sexy eyes though. So you gotta it's the mouth with the eyes. Like you really like they have to kind of combine. If your eyes are dead, whatever you're doing with your mouth isn't like sometimes I'll have an image and like the eyes are just like I don't know, like there's nothing in them. And I'm like, what? So you gotta it's like a combo. But that's
a good fashion thing too to look into. Maybe look at fashion magazines because they all have kind of neutral face that's not.
Yeah, like fashion magazines, like I mean, there are like the ones where they're like laughing, but that's more natural. Or like they're professional models, so they know how to fake laugh on camera, which we do not. But I mean, a lot of models are not smiling. They are
neutral,
like
pretty neutral.
Tyra Banks, like next top model shit, But I think parting the lips will help you, Haley. Combined with the eyes, focus on the eyes. I know like that sometimes it just brings it all together, and sometimes you're focusing too much on one thing when really it's both combined.
Yeah.
You don't look stupid.
Okay, next question from Stars of Cassiopeia. Advice on posing with large groups, 5+ people would be great.
Advice on posing in large groups.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's our weakness.
It's our weakness.
Yeah.
Large groups are very difficult because there's so much to control. We as struggles have to go farther away, and you have to just put everybody in a position. And like my brain, like I just like by the time I'm done with like the third person, I'm like, wait, I have 2 more people, or even more, and then I just start like having a panic attack because it's difficult to like. I mean, some people are going to be in the same pose because you can't. I mean, posing a lot of people is hard, so we don't have 5 people here. So I can't really physically.
Yeah.
I'm not really physically capable of showing things. Go ahead.
I know. There's a lot of variables with 5 people, so 2 layers probably. I mean,
yeah, like having people in the background and people in the foreground, and then switching, because sometimes it can be kind of cool where the people in the background are like kind of out of focus a little bit, or it could be all in focus, but giving people a chance to be in front.
Yeah.
We do weddings where the bridal party obviously has more than 1 or 2 people. So we do a lot of like if there's a sitting, like one person sitting, one person standing next to them. So there's there's always like an attachment, like we're not like separate, where I'm not just sitting there and Kevin's just standing there and all the other people are just doing their own thing. Like there's something touching someone. So Kevin can touch my shoulder, or Kevin can be doing something else and I can be touching Kevin in some way, or like crossing over him and our legs are touching. So we like the up and it doesn't need to be like up, down. It can be like 1 person up, 2 people down, 1 person up, 1 person down. But definitely the layeredness. I get my inspiration for groups of people through wedding pictures of bridal parties and like K-pop band pictures and things like that, because there's not too many fashion magazines that have big groups of people. Like typically it's 1 or 2 people in a fashion magazine. But Pinterest for ideas, bands, bands like music bands with people like that.
Flying V.
Yeah, don't do the flying V. But I mean, that is our weakness, honestly, and that's why we haven't made a video about it. Frankly, 1, because we don't have enough friends, and 2, because like when there's more than like 3 people, like we just like we just like lock up, because it is difficult. And I'm sorry, that's probably one of the few questions that we're like. But the inspiration, I hope the inspiration we told you about, like looking at bridal party pictures
and bands
will help you with your group.
Yeah. And the connections are very good.
Okay.
Oh, stop broadcast. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, the browser just crashed. So that was fun. Okay.
Yes. So, next question. Advice for posing as twin characters. For example, the Oran High Host Club twins.
Or on High School Host Club.
High School. Yeah. Oran High. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Didn't we do this one at last year AkiCon, or is that a different twin?
Oh no, Oran High, they're boys.
Nah.
Yeah. Mirroring is is a good way to kind of, and even mirroring. So also, okay, so if you were here for the brother-sister question, do those poses. I don't know if you were here, so let us know if you weren't here because we can do a really fast recap. Because we just did brother-sister posing, which I think would apply to the Oran boys because they're goofy and they like each other. Oh. So mirroring in terms of like if you're like holding hands, so Kevin would cross his legs too. Even though he's like dying, I don't know. Yeah. So if we're holding hands,
Should I mirror?
Yeah,
you?
mirror.
So
like that. Yes. Like that. If you're looking at each other, mirror. Just doing anything you do can be mirrored because of the twin aspect. So that's fun, but also the brother-sister pose we just did. So, the wrestling of the hair, secretly tell jokes in between you guys to make each other naturally laugh so it looks more fun. I know there's some jealousy between the twins a little bit, but I don't think that really needs to be portrayed, really. But like leaning, things like that. Oh, Kevin's being like a supermodel over here. But just, just kind of naturally like, hey, things like that. If you need a recap on brother sister, but
rewind the video.
Yeah, rewind the video. I don't think they
can. Can.
Yeah, you can. You can
really?
rewind it.
Oh, okay. Well, rewind a little bit. I don't know where it is in the
Go back about 20 minutes.
All right.
Okay, next question. Posing for Clueless or simple characters like Tskatska from Lucky Star?
Can you? Oh, Sukasa. Okay, can you look that up? I don't know.
Okay.
I know Lucky Star, but I don't know which character.
Clueless.
At first, when you said Clueless, I thought you were talking about Clueless the movie, and I got super excited. So Clueless is going to be like, I'm dumb, honestly.
Yes. So question.
Yes,
I go for touching the face, like
touching. Oh, she's so cute. Okay.
Tsubasa.
No, it's from Lucky Star.
Lucky Star. Oh, right. Sorry. Forgot about it. Okay.
So I said doing this is stupid with boys because I don't like it. But that's a personal preference.
Right.
Now we're too dark.
Yeah.
But now we're too bright.
Just wait.
Okay. So Clueless can even be like just like having your finger kind of like this, but kind of looking up. Let's say there's a light source. Like kind of like thinking. Like, yeah.
I don't know. That's what I would do. I don't know.
Oh, is that a pose?
Oh, yeah.
No. Okay.
She hates everything.
There's
all my poses are.
Oh. It depends. Okay. It depends on what you want to do. If you want to be cutesy like that, do it. Yeah, I'm going more like serious kind of. But if you want to be like, I mean, you can. It's not. It's not a wrong answer. But to me, like Clueless is kind of like, like I'm happy because I'm oblivious to things. So like things like that. And then there was a second part. I feel like Clueless.
Clueless or simple, like just simple characters. Just
simple.
Simple. Yeah.
Exactly.
So if you're sitting, knees together, kind of.
I like that one too. Okay.
Next question. Kai Fitch says, I'm going to cosplay Saber from Fate Zero, and I really don't know how to pose that or sword. And I guess this kind of question would be more of how do you pose as a character without a prop?
Without
their sword, without their props.
Okay. That sword's pretty big. So I would actually probably, if I was working with you and you had the sword, I would probably kick the sword out of the chute halfway through it. Well,
think about the personality of the character.
Yeah, so Saber's pretty serious, like fighting, mean, that whole anime is like fighting, but we've done Saber actually with Lillian.
I was gonna say.
So let me see.
Powerful poses.
Go back to them.
I would say.
So there needs to be more intensity in the eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's her sword though.
Yeah.
Holly's thinking right
yeah,
now.
sorry.
I
see. So when someone wants to shoot with us, I like sit there and analyze the character for like 20 minutes. I'm like, okay. So, like, since there's obviously no sword to be like, like she's like super serious up here. There's no smiling. It's flat, like really intense here. So you can kind of do something. I like kind of motion because she has that dress that's kind of out a little bit. So kind of like I kind of like one where like because I think she has the dangly hairs or bangs or something, right? Like kind of like my hair, where like you can like fling, but there's like hair swoosh, and like maybe even fling like the dress up and be like intense. Like she just like spun around, you know, and like it's sorry if this is not being explained very well, but kind of like, you know, and there's this. Your eyes really have to be on point because your mouth isn't going to be doing anything. Doing something more like so I'm gonna you slouch your shoulders a little bit, standing probably, but then you kind of like bring your like super intense, like she's like either about to fight or she's in the battle and she's like losing maybe, but she's like pissed about it, you know. So kind of just like that, and you don't need the sword for that. Yeah, I mean, I always end up when it's a female character, I always go really soft. So like turning around, but like this. Yeah, more just you really got to be intense up here since you don't have the sword.
Next question. Sons of Lisk 8. Hello. Advice on posing inside convention centers.
Boo! No. Yeah.
Paintings, big wall paintings.
Yeah,
murals.
we actually did a video about this. Posing indoors.
Yeah, posing indoors.
Yeah. Some convention centers are extremely cool, and some are just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
So like at the Seattle Convention Center that we go to.
San Jose too. San Jose has a lot of indoor murals.
Yeah, San Jose has like
and
they
big
have
blue walls.
They have like colorful walls. Like it's like really modern. They just remodeled it, so they have like textured wood walls. They have like blue walls. So you're just like, oh, okay. And the Seattle one has these really big canvas paintings. So like pretend there's just this canvas behind us. You can pose in front. Like don't be up against the canvas, but be off the canvas, and you will have posing in front of it, and you will have this like blurred, cool like painting behind you, and it like adds something to the image because convention centers can look pretty stale because they need to be like generic for anybody that comes through there to use it for like a purpose.
Right. Repeating patterns. I don't know.
Yeah, like sometimes they have
pillars,
like patterns. Yeah, pillars like leaning up against a pillar, but having like there's like stacks of pillars behind you. Possibly if there's like a glass like what do you call it, like a railing.
Mm-hmm.
You can always like do like a lean up against the glass railing. If the ceiling is cool, like the LA one is like very like it has like really like metal rods, and they're just like kind of like it's a structural thing, but they're metal, and I think they're painted white, but they come from like all these different directions, and then on the ceiling it creates like this like triangles and stuff. So the photographer can come from below and have you stand, you standing up and doing like a strong pose or something if that applies to your character, but then it'll have that pattern up behind your head up top. Using the floor, if there's a cool floor. Sometimes convention centers just have like carpet or like weird tile, but sometimes randomly.
Katsucon.
Oh yeah, I mean Katsucon's held in a hotel.
But
So
it's a special.
Katsucon's a very special situation where you can like literally turn around and pose in front of anything and you'll be okay. But most convention centers are pretty boring. But at the LA one, there's this one part where the floor has like a tile pattern, so you can land and the photographer can come from above you or from the side, and you'll get that pattern. You really gotta look for stuff that looks interesting. Look up, look down, around, see what's going on. You got to work harder in a convention center.
Yeah, indoors is a little tougher.
So maybe you guys kind of might have already covered this a little bit. Erotical Argument kind of asks, how do you pose with both large and small props? The mage, like for example, the mage staff and potion bottles. I don't want to lose the detail of the smaller props or crop out the larger ones.
Okay, so this is gonna be that's a tough one because you need that's what a whole photo shoot is going to be for. You can't get, it's going to be tough to get everything in one shot. But what I would say is big prop is going to be further deeper in the back. So if the photographer's coming this way, mage staff over here, potion bottles on the side. So you have the smaller things out front, bigger items in the back. Because they're so big, they're going to, it'll balance itself out.
The problem with a big prop is we as photographers have to get further away to like get the whole prop in the shot. So like you said, there's a problem where you have the small potion bottles and you want to show them off, but the photographer has to get so far away that they just lose themselves. So presenting them in front, like Kevin said, but the staff being somewhere else behind or away in a way will, because this part of my body is clearly closer to you than back here, and that'll help. But there's not
there's no easy one photo solution. This is gonna I would request to see if you could do like a really close tight detail shot.
do a close detail shot with the potion bottles and then do a far away shot with the thing. But it is difficult to do all in one, we're gonna be honest. But that's one thing to try is if the potion bottles are on one side of your body, present that part more forward,
and then put the staff or something, or behind you.
Okay. Next question. How would I pose? This is a good one. How would I pose as a character where my face is covered but I still want to show emotion?
Face is covered.
Yeah.
How 100%?
That's like I gotta know. Yeah, we need to more.
I mean, all right. Well, let's go worst case scenario. Fully covered. No face.
Okay.
Like a mask.
That's hard.
That's a lot of body language.
That's even then, it's very difficult because the
subtleties in your face.
Well, yes. I mean, human beings, we read so much into the face. Like that's how we get our connection. So even body language with like a full mask, because a mask is obviously in one position, is like that's rough.
Yeah. But a lot of actors that's what actors do though. I mean, if you're fully covered, you have to convey it through your body.
I guess I need to know what emotion, because right now I'm thinking of every emotion, right? So I'm thinking, how would you portray like happiness? How would you portray sadness with a mask on?
Right. You could just overgeneralize. Sadness kind of like hunched in, happiness more open and accepting. I don't know. Happiness is there's certain events that maybe need to happen. I don't know.
Right. Because right now I'm going really extreme. I'm going extreme anger.
Anger is like clenched fists and like
the
tautness.
Closed off.
Yeah.
But then I'm going goofy.
Yeah.
Like that's more touching the face, like doing like weird things. Like
right. I would maybe even like DeviantArt probably has some like example like body sketches on like how to. I don't know. This is something that we'd have to look into a little more.
Yeah, let us know if you're still around. Let us know, is it a full? Because if it's just, it might be. I've done people that have done like this. This is closed off, but this is around. And then let us know like maybe what you're trying to portray, and then we can narrow it down for you a little bit.
Yeah.
Good question though. Tough.
Yes. Wait, how long have we been on? Hold on.
It's 1:15. So we've been on for about an hour and 10 minutes. So.
Okay.
We haven't got any more questions since that. Victoria asked about gender bent characters, and I think we have a full video about that.
We do, Victoria. We have male posing, which will help you
pretend
as a female, to kind of
or emulate.
Get the idea of like what dudes do in pictures. We also have posing as a couple, which might help you a little bit. I'm not quite sure, but Kevin's in it with me, and I'm posing him as a dude, obviously. So that might randomly offhand help you a little bit, but guys don't have as much posing options as girls. It's true.
Oh, there we go. So we did have a new one. Sorry, Sarah. Sarah Nakari asks, how should my friends and I pose without making the picture look unflattering? We're both plus size cosplayers.
Okay. I mean, we did talk about that earlier.
Sitting, standing, we talked
no
about
sitting.
Yeah, don't
sitting.
sit. Yeah.
Like when I sit, like I mean, it's just. I mean, even when Kevin sits, like he has little like little rolls. You know, I mean, that's just our body like compresses. So I would avoid sitting. But I mean, like arms up, because that is is elongating and stretching your body. So doing something. I'm gonna scrunch down, so don't copy my. As this is like counter. Okay, hang on. I feel like it's like counterintuitive. Okay, so it's dark now. So stretching and like doing something like posing like this, like just with your arms up, like this, because it stretches out your midsection even when you're standing. It kind of like, no sitting. If you really want to sit. We talked about the pancake leg earlier, where like when you sit and like it kind of just lean towards the edge of the chair, and it will just show this true structure of your leg. But elongating, good pose, good posture definitely helps. But we did talk about those earlier in the video too.
We did.
If you want to watch it, I don't know.
Rewind.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Okay. Kai Fetch kind of asks kind of a similar question about convention shoots. Yes. Do you have any tips for something like convention shoots? Like someone asks you for a photo and you have to do an easy pose for a quick shoot.
Okay, so like a hallway shot. That's rough. I'm gonna be frank. Because like it's like ba-boom, done, you know. So this is where you have to have like maybe 3 poses that in your head you're just like, you know. So depending on depending on your character, whatever it is. I mean, there's so many options. So I'll do my example. When I went to Anime Expo a couple years ago, and I was a character from Fairy Tail, and she's very tough, and like it's kind of was like no nonsense. Like there wasn't much of a personality there. It was just like kind of anger, and she had like armor and stuff. So one I did was I stretched my legs out, and I had like full armor, and I just kind of did like powerful, you know, like that. I also did one where I was like punching. So I didn't punch towards the camera because look, perfect example of what cameras do. My fist looks like it's floating and there's no arm. Okay. So if you want to do something actiony like this, see, you can see where it comes from. This, you're like, where does that fist come from? So I did something like, and I can't remember. I had another pose, but I had 3 poses where it wasn't, you know, a photo shoot. It was just like someone like, hey, can I take your picture? Like that. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna I just like rotated through them. I was like, you know, like whatever. And like I don't remember the third one because it's been a couple years since I did it. But you know, so just they gotta be fast. You can't be like ones where you're like, oh, I gotta find a chair and I gotta sit down, you know. But it depends on your character. But yeah, 3, boom.
Oh, too far. There you go. All right. I think we should probably start wrapping up. Oh, all right. We can keep going.
Well, I don't know. How many people are here right
now? There are 21 people.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to keep it going.
Exactly,
people get bored and people start asking the same questions.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's
we're starting to loop back around on questions that we've been asked already. So
that's fine. I want to give everybody a
fair
chance.
Enough. No, I understand.
They want to see my face.
They want to see Kyle's face?
Come on down.
All right, give me a second. I had to post a comment.
That's Kyle. That's
Kyle.
Kevin's brother. Kevin is the older one.
We are actually biological brothers.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can tell that.
They don't look alike.
Not at all.
But I'm not related to either of them.
Yes, clearly. Jeez.
She's the adopted sister. Of all of us.
Yes.
But
Yes.
yeah, so I was in the background the whole time,
Yes,
making random noises.
He's been in the chat room. He's been telling us the questions. Thank you. It would be more difficult if you weren't here. Yeah. So Kyle's our background guy.
Yay. Bye.
Yay.
I'm also 1/3 of Elite Cosplay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna wrap it up now. If you guys do have any more questions, you can leave comments on this live stream video. We'll look at them and we'll get
Or anywhere. I mean.
Yeah, or any other video that we have, and we'll try to get to them on the next live stream that we do. We don't know the exact time when that's going to happen, but we're probably going to do another one. We had a lot of fun with you guys, and I'm glad we could answer any questions that we traditionally can't get around to on our videos.
Yeah.
So
we appreciate like you guys asking questions. Like it's okay. We love it. Like we get excited, but it's really hard for us to answer questions just by like typing.
Yeah.
We're still gonna make more posing videos. We have some in mind with like weather ones, and there's a couple other ones like weapon. You have a question?
We have one new question from Emmy. Actually, this is a good one. I think. Before we close out, I'm sorry, guys.
Okay, sneak it in.
Do you have any suggestions for people who want to get started taking taking cosplay photos / getting into photography?
That is
Real quick. We can do
Wait, what was the question? I would like totally blanked out at the beginning.
Any suggestions for people who want to get started taking cosplay photos, getting into photography?
That's a whole separate thing that we're going to be doing actually coming up this year.
Oh,
surprise!
Kevin just sprung this on me.
We talked about this last night. I told you I wanted to restart the photo series. So yes, we are restarting the photo series. We have some really old stuff, some Photo 101 stuff.
Yeah, like really old.
Yeah, really old
like,
stuff.
Like the OG Elite Cosplay.
Yeah.
Go back in the videos at the beginning, and it kind of talks about it. First thing you need to know, you don't need to have the most expensive camera to take good pictures. That is a misconception, and I don't want people to think that. People always like, what camera do you use? And I'm like, does it matter? Like, it doesn't,
The biggest, the lighting is the biggest thing. It's once you understand it and really start to practice it and get a good handle on it, that's the most important thing, is the lighting.
Yeah.
The camera doesn't make it.
And just like, it's kind of like drawing or any other hobby, like just taking pictures.
Yep.
Just doing it like once a day or a couple times a week.
Yep.
Then you'll just kind of naturally, like your eye will get better at like noticing things and things like that. And even if at the beginning it's going to suck, honestly, it's not going to be good. Like we were not good. I was like, like you'll laugh at it someday. So don't get discouraged, but it'll get better if you keep practicing.
Yes.
And I guess
we are.
Kevin is going to do
a
photo series. So look out for that.
Yes.
So we'll start that for you, just for you.
Okay. So.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
So,
well,
thank you.
Thank you for coming. We enjoyed ourselves a lot.
Yep.
We hope we helped you guys a little bit, and we'll probably do it again sometime. Maybe. I know a lot of people are doing finals right now, so they're probably all stressed out. So good luck on finals if you're in college. Yay!
All right.
All right. So we'll see you guys in our next video.
Bye.
Bye.
Hit it.